rule of the public. As Ila said, public service is discipline. And once a member lacks it, they really have no intention of delivering to the people she is supposed to be serving. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I rest my case.
Yeah. Maybe as she winds up, okay. Maybe I'll pick it up with the side of the councils later. Thank you.
Thank you for also the witnesses will be within the time schedule so that we're able to take this exercise under the stipulated time. Thank you so much. So we can have witnesses. Yes, resume your seat. Kindly resume your seat, Honorable Anissa. A notice to the witnesses, no more than 10 minutes. So we have 10 minutes each. So we can start over with the first witness. You can help us have the witnesses proceed. We invite witness number 1. Take the front seat. Either Maria Mohammed, you can take the front seat. Preferred language, you stick to one. We can't mix. Okay.
Then if you want to ask me some questions, I can answer in English or in Swahili also.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. But here we have, this is a house of rules.
Okay.
And we stick to, we don't mix languages in the middle of the conversation. So you have to make a decision from the word go. Using English or Swahili?
Also, I want to read this letter in English.
Okay.
Yes. Because it's the letter which I brought it here, and I want it to be clear to everybody to listen and to hear.
But you can speak a good English as I can hear.
There's no problem.
Why do you want to change from letter and then go back to Swahili? Okay, so go ahead, read the letter in English, then you go to Swahili.
Yes,
that's what we agree.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, can I take question?
Yes. Go ahead.
Sir, you had already given a ruling that the witnesses will not be sharing anything. I can see the witness here. That's something. You direct me, you want direction.
I hope we're not taking that as the evidence. That's what we have agreed. He's confirmed he's just reading a letter. So it's not part of the witnesses.
Yes.
Unless you found it, you'll find it in our documents as one of the witness documents.
Yes, it's that.
Yeah, so do we treat him as a witness if whatever he's doing is not going to be on record?
Thank you. In our process, we had requested someone to appear through a memorandum or a verbal, which will be part of the information that the committee will use as to see if to hold it can be used part of the investigation. But as it stands, we have agreed that we are taking even the verbal witnesses so that we can use it. If it does not meet the threshold, then the committee will not be able to use it against.
Just one more clarification so that I don't seem to be a nuisance.
Yes.
What the witness is saying is having a complaint. Not a memorandum, a complaint.
Okay, we have taken your consideration, but let him present whatever he has. The committee will make a decision on the same. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
Salim Omar Saad, care of Ethan Mare Ahmed, PO Box 123 8011 Mombasa, dated 13th February 2024, to the Clark County Assembly, Taita Taveta County, Undanyi. Yes, sir. Reference: complaint against proposed building plan G4 floors on LR number 28683/245 located in Voi, Taita Taveta County. The above matters refers: I'm the legal registered landowner of LR number 28683/245 located in Voi within Taita Taveta County, situated on the right side beside Caltex now Total Petrol Station along Mombasa Nairobi Highway.
Point of order.
Yeah, on a point of order. I've heard the witness talking about a complaint dated 13th of February, before the present proceedings were initiated. And it is not about anything to do with this impeachment. Can the witness still be in order to proceed the way he's proceeding? Maybe I can also kill my colleague to address.
Yes, Chair. In addition to that, we well know the issues that are before this honorable court. Pardon, honorable house. Sorry, I'm used to court. There is a number that has been mentioned. It has never featured through the allegation of our client. So how comes there's a plot that is being mentioned, Caltex? The honorable member was here, the motion mover, never mentioned any plot in Caltex. How comes there's a new issue that is being raised in the middle of this investigation? We believe this will be unfair and it will go against the principle of fair hearing, natural justice. Thank you.
I think, Chair, I need a point to clarify.
Yes, Honorable.
Chair, I think we appreciate what the councils present in the House are giving out or are sharing, but all the same, it doesn't mean that everything that is said or given here in this House will be taken as biblical truth. So at the end of the day, as the committee will be retiring to write the report, of course, there are those things that will be considered and those that will be rejected. Definitely, they will be rejected. They are to be rejected, they'll be rejected. So maybe to avoid the exchange, the litany of exchange here and this or that, I think let's just, now that they had registered as witnesses to come, simply let him make his submissions where we feel, not even we feel, we consider that the witness account has been shared doesn't meet the threshold or does not add value to the process, we'll throw it out.
Thank you. Maybe to also add on, as one of the members said, we know the grounds that are before this committee, and we cannot make any ruling before even he finished to read, because we don't understand what might be the issue that maybe might touch among those issues. So as I have said, we are not making any ruling. We just want the committee will make use of the information. It does not meet the threshold. It does not stick within the grounds that are before this committee, as you have been advised. We will not pick that, but giving a chance for them to hear, because these are they were invited as members of the public to give their issues. That's why we are according them a chance as a committee. So allow us to proceed. Then we'll We'll pick issues after that, kindly. Okay?
Just one. I'd already stated that this is a complaint that was made before the initiation of this impeachment motion. I need you to rule on that. This is a complaint that was received before the initiation of this impeachment motion. I don't think it is in order for the witness to proceed to now prosecute his complaint in a manner that is proceeding, because we are faced with an impeachment motion. He is not a witness of the impeachment motion. He's a complainant out of the impeachment motion. So could you rule on that so that we can take direction and move forward?
Chair.
Yes, members, you can give your views as we still consult. Thank you.
Through the chair, this is an ad hoc committee which has allowed witnesses plus motion mover and Waziri to respond on this. Let the ad hoc committee do its work. Let's listen to every parties, then we'll make decision after that. Thank you.
So allow us to hear what he has. We are taking notes as you have been confirmed, because we even don't know what the letter is all about. So give us a chance to hear him, and we'll also hear other witnesses, and the ad hoc committee will make a ruling when the time comes. Yes, we proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me proceed. That before September 2023, I submitted all my proposed residential building plan documents for approval. And after submitting, I was informed by Engineer Mutuku to show him the physical site, which I did. He later told me that the site is okay for proposed residential building, G4 floors. It is awaiting County Development Control Unit Committee to vet and approve. They approved and gave me a go-ahead to pay Kenya shillings 76,650, being building occupational permit fee. On the 19th September 2023, I paid in full the required amount of Kenya shillings 76,650 through pay bill number 410-1275. Account for NB 2309/00702 KCB. After paying the stated amount, it has taken too long to be cleared. And as I went to the offices and given out all my documents to the Ministry of Public Works and Voice Sub-County Public Health, where they stamped and recommended for approval, I hereby raise my complaint to the concerned authorities against Land, Mines and Housing Minister, Madam Elizabeth Mkongo, who is completely not willing to recommend and approve for PPA2 to be issued with no reason. She is only causing disturbances with a lot of suspicious. I wish to state that after a while I went to the Voice of County offices and I forced them to give me written reasons why it has taken too long to get PPA2, and I was told by Linet, the Madam Elizabeth Mkongo has failed to approve, reasons being: one, that the place is agricultural, and two, there is a pending case in court which Sisal Plantation with a letter dated 15th November 2022, copy attached. I humbly object that the place is not an agricultural land but is a commercial residential plot. Two, the title deed is under my name and not Voi Point Sisal Plantation. And three, the case in court was settled as per court order dated 18th July 2023, copy attached. They are neighbors whom I bought the land from the same person, and they have and are developing. And with me, I'm being denied access of my registered land to start developments. I am an investor whereby I have developed worth of millions of shillings near where I want to build the other. And I feel the county is being denied to get more revenues. And also, as I build more houses, I will create job opportunities with the people of Taita Taveta and other stakeholders in general. Since I paid on 19/19/1923 up to date, 13th February 2024, I am yet to get the feedback. Kindly consider my complaint. I hereby request your good county assembly to counter check the development plan approval process in order to get PPA 2 so as to proceed with my developments. Fail at which I will suffer irritable losses and damages. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
I can speak now.
Yeah, you have some few minutes left.
Yeah, okay. Kwa majina kama vile niliongea, naitwa Idhamari Ahmed. Mimi ni mkazi wa Taita Taveta. Tulichukua plani zetu vizuri, tukaenda mpaka inapotakana, tukapata title deed yetu, tukaenda kwa county government offices kama kawaida vile tunaenda. Tunataka kujenga nyumba ambayo iko hapa Caltex na kuna residential plans ziko nyingi na hapo pia zimejengwa nyingi. Sasa ile sisi tumeenda pale kwa county tukapeana madocuments zetu vizuri, zikapokelewa vizuri na wakasema hawezi kunipatia paka wakai kwenye komiti wa veti na wakapitisha na nikapatiwa, wakasema go ahead nikalipa. Nilipolipa kwenda pale kwa county nimekuta hawana plan kabisa. Kila siku unaenda unasumbuliwa, ngoja rudi paka kuwasumbua. Wakasema huyu mama ndo amekataa kusaini kwa sababu sisi hatuna nguvu yote, huyu mama ndo ametushinda nguvu, sisi hatuwezi fanya chochote. Ndio ikabidi sasa nilalamike, nikapata governor pale siku hiyo moja amekuja pale ofisini, kwa hiyo ofisi ya county ya pale Voi. Nikamwambia nataka kuona huyu madam, akanieleza umuone governor nini na mimi nishakuona. Nikamwambia mimi ni kiongozi naweza kumuona governor kwa mambo mengi. Akaambiwa akae kitu na angalie, na nikamwambia hii plot yangu si asaiso, hii ni plot ambayo niko na legal document ambayo ni title deed iko kwa jina langu. Na mimi nataka kujenga na wenzangu ambao nimenunua nao na wamejenga. Mambo ya asaiso yatoka na wapi? Sasa nile kusumbua na mimi nikaona sasa usumbufu mwingi wa nini, ndio ikabidi sasa ni tafute njia, ndio nikaandika hii barua kuleta kwa county assembly uangalie njia gani ambayo tunataka sisi kama watu wa Taita Taveta tutajenga nyumba kwa njia rahisi, mambo yetu yawe mepesi, tusipate shida, mambo yanyoke vizuri. Sasa tangu ule wakati mpaka leo nilikuwa nataka kujenga nyumba kama 70 million na imekaa kwa county zinatumika vibaya, nitaendelea vipi? Hapo tukijenga watu wa mchanga watapata pesa, watu wa masimiti watapata pesa, watu watapata kazi, na sioni sababu kubwa na sioni chochote ambacho kinazuiliwa pale. Naona ni usumbufu. Tafadhalini naomba mniangalie, mnipatie PPA 2, mimi niendelee na mjengo na sina shida na mtu yote hapo. Sawa?
Thank you. You have an issue, Honorable Anissa.
Mr. Chairman, sir, point of clarification.
Yes.
I've heard Mr. Either referring to huyu mama. Which is this huyu mama?
Huyu mama, tunamuita mama kwa sababu ni mama to Land Minister Elizabeth Mkongo. Mara kila pale tukienda tunaambia huyu mama. Sasa watoto wanasema mama mpaka tumezoea ni mama.
Because we are in a house of order,
okay,
and house of rules.
Okay, yes.
We restrict even to the language and the words we use.
Okay.
So we are advising you to withdraw the word mama.
Okay.
And introduce her by her names.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I've understood. I withdraw. I'd call her Elizabeth Mkongo. Madam Elizabeth Mkongo. Waziri wetu Elizabeth Mkongo wa lands. Tunamheshimu na nataka tuheshimu. Tunataka tufanywe kazi sisi.
Thank you. You can resume your seat if you are finished.
Okay, nishamaliza. Nashukuru, asanteni.
Thank you. Thank you for keeping and finishing on time. We have the next you are Mr. Ferdinand Kombo Monake. Okay, take the front seat. Which language you're comfortable with? Swahili. Okay, we have 10 minutes for you. Yes. Thank you.
Kwa majina naitwa Ferdinand Kombo Mwanake. Na mimi nimekuja toka kwenye kikundi kinaitwa Mkameni Farmers Cooperative Society. Na kuja hapa ni kuwa mwanzo waziri Eliza ni memba wetu wa Mkameni Farmers Cooperative Society, na amekuwa akitusaidia kwenye shughuli nyingi za shamba ambalo tulimekuwa tukilifuatilia. Na wakati tulipokuwa naye memba, yeye alikuwa si waziri, alikuja kuwa waziri baadaye. Sasa matatizo yalikuja yakatokea. Matatizo hayo yalotokea ni sisi Mkameni Farmers Cooperative na yeye kama Eliza, sio waziri, Eliza. Yalipotokea ikabidi tumsuspend kidogo. Baadaye tukaja tukaona ametoa caveat ya kusimamisha, caveat nafikiri ya shamba hilo ambalo sisi tunalipigania. Tukaenda kumuuliza na akatueleza hii caveat tumetoa ni ya kuzuia shamba, na caveat yenyewe ninayo hapa copy. Baada ya hiyo tukaona anataka kuwa waziri. Kwa hivyo sisi katika yale malalamishi tuliokuwa nayo tukataka kuja county kuja kuzuia, sababu iliambiwa mtu yoyote mwenye malalamishi huyu asichaguliwe, anaruhusiwa aje peane mapendekezo yake. Sisi tukataka kuja, lakini kuna ndugu zetu ambao ni MCA wakatufuata, wakaitisha mkutano baina ya sisi na dada yetu Eliza, wakati huo si waziri. Tukaja tukaketi na tukazungumza na tukakubaliana mambo kadhaa ambayo yatatusaidia kupatana na hili shamba, na haswa tatizo kubwa ambalo tulilokuwa nalo naye ni kuhusu wakili aliyetuintroduce ambaye yeye anaitwa, ngoja niangalie jina yake, waziri anaitwa Vincent Onyango Nyangayo. Huyu wakili yeye ndo alituintroduce, lakini wakati tunafanya hizi shughuli huyu wakili akakubali kuwa atatusaidia kupata caveat kwenye lile shamba linalozungumzia ni hilo Voice stroke majina mengi alafu Voi Point. Huyu wakili hakufanya shughuli hiyo na tulimlipa kiasi cha 3,300 na 350,000 tulimlipa, na ninayo record ya Cooperative Bank ambayo tulimtumia cheki atufanyie hiyo shughuli, lakini hiyo shughuli haikufanyika. Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio ikatufanya sisi tukawa tuna hasira na dada Eliza. Tulipokaa naye akakubali kuwa atamleta tuje tukae tuzungumze na tuelewane vile atakavyorudisha hii, sababu tulikuwa tumeshapata wakili mwingine, sasa anatusaidia kwenye hiyo kesi. Lakini shughuli hiyo haikufanyika kabisa. Sasa huyu wakili katika kitu kingine pia ilikuwa atuwekee pia caveat, lakini vyote hivyo havikufanyika. Kitu kingine ambacho tulipokubaliana na hawa MCA kwa dada yetu aendelee mbele, kitu tulishangaa ni kuwa hata siku moja toka siku hiyo tuendelee, county council Taita Taveta County ilikuwa iko kama shahidi, tumewaita huko waje wazungumze kwenye hiyo kesi, hawajakuja hata siku moja. Na sisi tulikuwa tunadhania ama kufikiri yeye kwa vile ni memba wetu na kwa vile ni dada anaelewa shughuli hizi, waziri Eliza atawasukuma hawa maofisa wake waje kwenye hiyo kesi, lakini havikuwezekana kabisa mpaka tulipofanya bidii tukaonana na governor. Alikuwa yeye governor na attorney wa county na members wa Mkameni. Tulipoeleza hayo maneno, tulipomwelezea mbele ya governor labda niseme alishangaa, na kitu alitueleza ni kuwa alitoa amri ya kuwa county attorney aingie kwenye hiyo kesi yetu, na siku inayofuata tarehe 20 ambayo ilikuwa kesi inazungumzwa hapa environment Voi, huyu wakili aliomba na kesi ikafanywa online. Wakaulizwa wale wengine ambao tuliwashtaki, wakasema ruling itapawa tarehe 18 kama huyo wakili ataruhusiwa kuingia kwenye kesi yetu. Kwa hivyo sisi kitu kikubwa ambacho tuko nacho hapa ni kuwa dada huyu wetu ametutia hasara kubwa kama chama, na tunaomba angalie hii maneno. Nafikiri yangu yatakuwa ni hayo, kwa vile hatuzungumzi, kuna mengi ambayo tulifanya naye lakini hayawezi, hatuna ushahidi. Yale ambayo nimezungumza ni yale peke yake ambayo tuna ushahidi nayo, ndio sababu nimekuja. Asante.
Asante sana. Asante sana. Unaweza rudi kwa kiti yako. Thank you. Hon.Elizabeth, it seems I want to agree that we have heard from the motion mover side and the witnesses. I want to advise that we should take a health break for 10 minutes, if you allow me. Yeah, now it's 4:08, so we resume at 4:20. Is that okay? Honorable Anisha, you have something, point of order.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, sir, for providing me this chance. I would kindly request Mr. Ferdinand Kombo, if he has any submissions to make on his case, kindly do through the sergeant at arms. Any documents, please submit.
So we can be ushered out by our sergeant. We break for the 10 minutes.
Chair.
By 4:20 exactly our sitting resumes.
Chair. Kwa sababu yule ambaye ametoa ushahidi wake amezungumza kwa lugha ya Kiswahili, kama utaniruhusu, nilikuwa naomba nimuulize swali moja, kama utaniruhusu, kwa sababu kama mwanakamati ambaye nitakuwa ninatoa wakati nitakuwa natoa uamuzi wangu, na kama mwanakamati ni vizuri mambo haya niyaelewe ndio niweze kutoa uamuzi kama mtu mwenye akili timamu. Kwa hivyo kama utaniruhusu
bwana, I will give you a chance for one question because you are a member of this ad hoc committee.
Asante bwana mwenyekiti.
For the sake of information for the ad hoc committee. However, we are discouraged from any other member, but because you are a member of the ad hoc committee, I'll give you a room for one question. Is that okay?
Asante.
Thank you.
Na Ferdinand, naomba utupe mwelekeo, atarudi kwa kiti ama itakuwa namna gani? Asante.
Rudi kwa kiti.
Bwana mwenyekiti, ninaomba kumuuliza huyu mlalamishi ama shahidi kuhusiana na vile alivyotoa ushahidi wake dhidi ya waziri Elizabeth Mkongo, kwamba nimemsikiliza vizuri akisema kwamba walienda kotini, kabla ya hapo waliambiwa kwamba mambo ya caveat. Hebu kidogo hiyo caveat na kotini na vile Mheshimiwa Elizabeth anahusika, naomba kuelewa. Alafu vile umekuja kama shahidi, bado hujaeleza kulingana na matamanio ya moyo wako, unataka hii kamati itoe uamuzi wa kivipi kuhusiana na waziri. Naomba nielewe kwa hilo. Asante Bwana Mwenyekiti.
Labda kwa kueleza vizuri ni kuwa kuhusiana na mambo ya caveat. Hii caveat ambayo aliiweka kwenye hili shamba ambalo sisi tunalogombania. Tulipomuuliza sisi tukamwambia sisi tunaenda kotini Environment Mombasa. Akatueleza huko kwenye mnapokwenda kotini hapana maana tena, mwacheni. Samahani. Kitu kilichotokea ni kuwa wakati waziri alikuwa si waziri wakati huo akiweka hiyo caveat. Kwa hivyo yeye sababu tulikuwa tunahusiana naye kwa karibu sana, tukamwambia sisi kwa vile umeweka hii caveat lakini sisi bado tunaenda. Akasema haina haja, hii caveat inazuia hakuna mtu yeyote anaweza kuingia kwenye shamba. Tukamwambia lakini sisi wacha twende kotini, tuko kotini huko tunapambana, kwa hivyo pia bado tunahitaji msaada wako ukiwa unaweza. Basi sisi akatoa hiyo na tukaiona, alafu ndio akatangazwa kuja kuwa waziri. Sijui kama hapo nimejibu hilo swali la kwanza. Hebu niulize fresh. Sawa.
You can repeat the question, Honorable.
Tafadhali.
Yeah.
Najua ninakuangalia kwa macho vizuri ili usije ukanitupa nje. Sasa nilikuwa naomba kuuliza tena kwamba umezungumzia mambo ya caveat, ukazungumzia kwamba mlienda kotini. Nataka kujua haya mambo ya caveat na nyinyi kwenda kotini na waziri Elizabeth inahusiana vipi? Kwa sababu umetangulia kusema kwamba alisema kuna caveat.
Asante. Kwenye caveat nafikiri nilieleza kuhusu caveat mbili. Caveat ya kwanza ni ya yule wakili ambaye alimuintroduce kwetu. Yeye anaingia kwenye haya masuala ya caveat. Ile ya kwanza ni yule wakili ambaye nilowaambia Vincent. Caveat ya pili ni ile yeye ambaye aliiweka gazetini wakawa wanatushawishi tusiende, na ile ya kwanza bado ilikuwa haijakuwa enforced na pesa tushampa wakili ameshakula. Kwa hivyo sisi kitu kikubwa ambacho tulikuwa tunapigania wakati ule tulipokutana naye ni kuwa pesa yetu ya members imeenda 350,000 na pesa zingine 15,000 tulikuwa tunatuma zimeenda. Je, hii pesa itarudi vipi? Sijui kama hapo inaeleweka. Caveat zilikuwa ni mbili. Caveat moja ni ile ya pesa ambayo wakili Eliza aliyotuintroduce ndio yeye aligeuka. Mwanzo hiyo kesi haikufanyika. Unajua naogopa kuieleza sababu hii haihusiani na udada. Lakini mahali ambako inahusiana ni ile introduction. Yeye ndo alituletea huyu wakili. Sisi kama mkameni.
Asante. Nafikiri umejibu. Niruhusu tu urudi kwa kiti sasa. Sababu pia time zile tumesema zinakimbia. Nasikia kuna mheshimiwa Anisa uko na point of order. Is it the case? As much as you have not exhausted your time.
Yeah. Still on caveats, Mr. Chairman, sir. Would you allow me to use Kiswahili?
Yeah.
Kwa sababu mshahidi ametumia Kiswahili, naomba tu anijulize juu ya hizi caveats. Baada ya kufuatilizia hii swala la caveat, walienda wakakuta kwamba iko ama ilikuwa tu ni mambo tu ya kuoneshwa kwenye simu na kwenye magazeti. Asante.
Kama nilivyoeleza, nilikuwa naogopa kuzungumzia mambo mengi isije ikawa kesi imeenda kwingine na sio Eliza. Lakini hilo swali ni kuwa hii caveat ambayo nini, sisi tulipokuwa kotini environment, wakili wetu alimhoji director wa Voipoint anaitwa Madhani. Sorry, sio Madhani. Alimuuliza mtu wa lands, akamuuliza kama shamba lile lina caveat aina yoyote. Yeye Ulands akajibu hakuna. Alimuuliza swali hilo mara 3. Hata tulipotoka sisi tukamuuliza kwa nini unamuuliza mara 3? Akasema mimi nilikuwa nataka ku clarify. Kwa hivyo mtu wa lands alisema hakuna caveat yoyote. Na sisi huku nje tulivyokuwa tunajua ni kuwa kulikuwa na caveat mbili. Moja iliwekwa na Mheshimiwa Mwandaviro Mganga alipokuwa waziri, alivyokuwa anadai, na moja iliwekwa na dada yetu. Lakini kotini walisema hakuna. Na hivyo tulipotoka hapo ndo tukawa koti ikahamishwa ikaja Voi, tunakuja kusikiza mtu wa mwisho, ndo mambo yakageuka, wakili sasa wa county akaingia.
Asante, we have done and we have finished. So please resume your seats. We have done with the motion mover side. I agree, we have accorded you a chance to present your issues. This house, you have given a chance for your witnesses to present your issues to this committee. And now we are taking a break. Because the time was changed, we are resuming here 4:30. 4:30, let's resume here. And then we give a chance to the CC and the team to respond or to clarify your issues. Is that okay? Thank you. We take a health break. 4:30, let's resume. A sergeant, you can usher them out and then usher them back in by 4:30.
Chair, as my chairperson, who is the motion mover, alluded in the floor of the House, there is evidence that I had submitted the evaluation roll. I've come with my evidence here, which is my original copy, but they're also deposited in the county assembly. I can't tell the exact date, but I think 2 weeks ago. This is just my copies, but the same copies. Chair, if you can go through my delivery note, I think it can be brought to your desk and see when they were delivered to the county assembly.
So you're comfortable? We pick this as the evidence?
That was just a proof of when they were delivered to your, when they were dropped to the county assembly. I'll still need my copy because I don't have a copy of the same. I need to keep a record of the same. You can photocopy.
So we can have a copy and it will be part of the evidence.
Yes, Chair.
Is that
Yes,
okay?
Chair. Yes, Chair.
Thank you. Okay, we need to make you to confirm that whatever we have, whatever was received, is whatever you brought, so that we know that we are, because that's what we have here, is what is being confirmed as a receipt from the end. So maybe it can be shown to you as we proceed, so that you can attest to whatever we have here. So that's what was received. Is that okay? CC, you wanted to make a comment?
Yes, Chair.
Wanted to make a comment?
Yes, Chair.
You can go ahead because we are listening.
What I want to clarify is what we supplied. There are the copies of these are the books, but what I'm seeing here is not what I think it's just a sample, but what we supplied are the copies of these booklets here, the way they are.
The copies of the booklets?
Yes, the copies of the booklets. Yes.
Because that's what they are trying to establish, if those items were received as so maybe we'll still establish further.
Yeah.
But as for now, that's what they could claim they received. So maybe we are not making any judgment on that, but we'll establish. So we will take our investigation as a committee to substantiation that.
Chair, if you can also allow me, maybe it's not in record, but I remember when they were supplied, I talked to my chairperson, and she told me they received 4 booklets. So when I inquired with my valuer, he told me they have supplied everything. But my chairperson, we were talking on phone, she just confirmed of the 4 booklets. And that's why I decided to take all this as a sample to the floor of the House. But these are meant for the office, being the original copies.
You can confirm that date when you made that communication, maybe clarification on this.
No, it was just on phone.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell the exact date because we normally talk. Now having my chairperson,
Okay.
we talk a lot about work.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Question.
Chair,
Yes.
maybe, sorry, I stepped out for to attend some matter, but I still maybe I still need to get a clarification on the delivery of the evaluation roles. What was delivered, what is in the files, what we have in the file as delivered, and what the volumes we are seeing. So I believe in government, good practice is when documents are delivered, there is a delivery book. Also, maybe stamp receiving, such kind of things to prove that indeed there is a delivery of documents that was done. So maybe to assist the process, we'll also get what our registry has, and also we'll also need to be supplied maybe with immediate effect what their registry has concerning the delivery of the evaluation role. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, just to assist the committee, the delivery note that we have supplied the committee with is dated 19th of February and evaluation roll booklets 24. It can be seen from this delivery note. So what was applied are 24 booklets.
So you confirm the date as 19th of February 2024?
Yes.
Is when you those booklets were supplied?
The booklets were supplied then,
okay,
but the witness will continue on the issue of evaluation roll.
Okay. We proceed.
Still clarification. Could I get direction whether to lead?
Yes.
Thank you. Chair, for your direction. Madam Waziri, there is an allegation of incompetence on your failure to complete development of the county land valuation role. I want you to answer this question with evidence. Did you failed to
I've not failed. The only hitch that we had in the department were the funds. And as much as we had the constraints of funds, we still worked tirelessly and achieved our goal, which our committee here, led by the chair or able chair, can see the fruits of the department. Chair.
Thank you. Just a minute before you reply. There's a technical of the asset. Maybe we must make sure that we record it.
Can I begin afresh?
You have to start again. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, start again.
Madam Waziri, there is an allegation of incompetence, being that you have failed to complete development of the county land valuation role. I want you to answer this. Have you failed to complete development of the county land valuation role?
No, we've managed to complete the valuation role despite the constraint of the budget within the department. Now that we normally have little funds being allocated to the department, but we have achieved and completed our valuation role, which is supposed to be used by the county government of Taita Taveta.
Thank you for your answer. I want you to further provide an evidence of your communication with this assembly on the development of this valuation role.
Through the chair, we had a communication with the county assembly on date dated 9th June 2023, when we had a response on the status of the county draft county valuation role, which I communicated back to the county assembly on the said date, 9 June 2023, which is in your submissions.
Thank you, Waziri. Confirm what you are stating in that letter of the 9th June 2023 to the county assembly.
In this letter, it's dated, your letter reference TTTCA /admin /2/22 volume 339 dated 1st June 2023 on the above subject refers, and the body says the draft county valuation roll is complete and deposited in the county government as per the provision of valuation for Rating Act Cap 2026. Sorry, you'll be with me. I've just taken some medications, so my eyes are kind of. You'll be with me when I strain a bit.
Thank you for reading that first paragraph, but I want you to be specific on what you are requesting this assembly to assist you. That is the second paragraph. The third paragraph.
Therefore, therefore, we ask the honorable members to assist in adopting the evaluation roll, the evaluation roll when tabled before the House, and fast track the fast track in rating the rating bill to enable enforcement in the evaluation role.
Thank you, Waziri, for reading that loud. So is it true that you failed to complete development of the county land evaluation role?
No.
Have you been supplied with any evidence by the motion mover of proof that you failed to complete this role?
No.
So in that regard, are you incompetent in regards to completion of evaluation role?
No.
Chair, I'll go straight to the second allegation.
Maybe can I ask a question about the letter that you just read, confirm for me the dates, and that is the 9th of June 2023, when you notified the House about the status of the evaluation role that arrived in this assembly on 19th February. That is 18 months difference. Are we in agreement? 8 months difference, sorry. Are we in agreement with that?
Can I also make a clarification?
Yes.
That the second paragraph of that letter speaks of the draft having been deposited in the county government. If you look at the response by the witness on the process to validate this role, it's a long process. And I can take you through what she had written in her response, that for the draft to come here first, it has to go for some validation in the county government before it is brought here. So that process has to be complied with. And that's why you received it on the 19th of February. But this communication was informing the House of the completeness of the process, and that the same has been deposited with the county.
Through the chair, maybe I can ask Waziri, did you deposit this valuation roll drafts after the motion or before the motion?
This was deposited before the motion, not now.
The motion was on 13th February and you said you deposited on 19th February. So anyway, it's
Are
okay.
you talking of depositing to the county government or to the county assembly?
County assembly.
This was after the motion, and I think in my submissions I've explained we have constraints of budgets. And there's an evidence to it. We've been requesting for funds, which never came on time. And immediately we received the funds, we did the photocopy, the printing, and supplied the documents to the county assembly.
Thank you, Waziri. I'd like maybe you share, just you give light that you had a budget of 116 million and you used 63 million and the 53 million remained. Is it true?
Through chair, can I object to that question now, because we are going systematically? We'll answer it at the end.
I thought maybe it was a follow-up on the restriction of funds, because the CC said the reason as to why the work was not done is because of the funds, and yet we are seeing there was an absorption of 53 million. I think that's why the member was right to ask that question at that time. So maybe you can relate the two so that we can move forward.
Through the chair, when you talk of 2022-2023 financial year, first here you must see there were two CCs. When I came in November 2022, and when was the release of the budget done? It was done in May. What I would wish the committee to table before us or to give us a document on an audit report to show us the previous CC, how much he or she had used, so that I can be able to clarify. And there's one thing we should know: what is budgeted and what is actualized in the account. These are two different things. In paper, it may read 100, but what is deposited in the account may be 20. So these are two different, let me use two different activities. Yes.
I think members, we cannot go deep on that. Now we have got a response from them. So let's proceed. Is that okay? Yes. So let's kindly proceed.
Thank you, Chair. The second allegation, Madam Waziri, is that you have not proposed any policy, legislative proposals and regulation for consideration by this county assembly that will guide the county government manage and protect its land, the county public land, for purposes of development of public amenities and avoiding encroachment, respectively. And the motion mover has given two case in point in Taveta Newtown Public Utility. Could you make an answer to that allegation?
Through the chair and honorable members, there's one thing I need us to understand. A policy can be developed to curb something from happening, but it doesn't happen in a vacuum. Get together. Importantly, what we should know, we have not received any complaints, formal complaints from the mentioned area, that is the Taveta, Newtown, requiring us to protect. Because before we get a formal complaint, at times it's very difficult to know whether this area has been encroached, or we never got any what do you call request from the county assembly on the same. So this is something I've just seen here. It was never done formally through the county assembly or even the public themselves complaining to the office that this land has been encroached.
Madam Waziri, I want you to confirm whether the motion mover provided you with any evidence or proof of encroachment on that mentioned parcel of land.
No, I was never provided with any.
Thank you. The C part of the allegation is that you have also not made any policy or legislative proposal on account of county mining sector for consideration by the county assembly, despite this sector being a crucial economic activity for the employed in the county. Will we get your answer to that complaint?
Through the chair and the honorable members, through the chair and honorable members, if the motion mover, who happens to be my chairperson, says that I haven't made any policy in the county, on 16th May 2023, through my submissions, EM5, we had a workshop at Panlis, and we were with the honorable members, sensitizing them on municipalities, valuation role, and the mining bill. Mheshimiwa, the chair, who happens to be the chairperson of the mining committee, I remember very well you were there. And also, remember Mheshimiwa from Shavia, Mheshimiwa Mabishi, that day commenting and saying he had some reservations because his people have been exploited for long. So when you say that I've not provided any policy, that is not true. And as we speak right now, the same mining bill was passed by the cabinet on 11th December 2023, and the resolutions are in my submissions, Chair. EM-3.
So that you can clarify on that allegation that you have failed to make any policy, I want you to confirm that through your office, as can be seen in your evidence exhibit 5.
Please, maybe before you, maybe I may seek understanding. One, you have mentioned a letter that was that you invited as to that letter is supplied.
Yes.
That is a reference number?
EM5.
EM5. The agendas of the meetings are, should I read them?
Proceed.
Because this is what we have here. Information on the status of Narabi community land. Oh, we've confirmed the letter. We've confirmed the letter.
Thank you, Chair.
It is marked differently here. Okay.
Just to still be on that thought.
Okay.
You've confirmed that the letter you have produced, marked as EM5, is a letter addressed to this Honorable House, inviting them for a 2-day workshop on the issue of, apart from the municipalities and valuation role, it is about mining bill.
Yes, Chair.
You've also confirmed through your evidence EM3 that the cabinet sitting on the 11th December 2023 discussed the mining bill 2023.
Yes, Chair, we discussed and adopted the mining bill, which is ready now to come to the County Assembly.
I also want you to confirm that you have provided the said Taita Taveta County mining bill of 2023, marked as EM2.
Yes, Chair.
Therefore, the allegation that you have not provided policy or legislative proposal on the account of county mining sector, is it true or not true?
Not true.
Are you therefore incompetent for failure to provide that?
No, I'm competent.
The same allegation is on the county energy agenda, that you have failed to provide policies and legislative proposals to guide the county energy agenda. Could you have your response to that?
Maybe before you proceed further, so that we are able to capture most of the things we are capturing right. The bill, which I agree, because of the letters here, this bill was passed on 11th December.
Yes, Chair.
Was it brought to the County Assembly?
No, now the copies were being made in preparation to be brought to the County Assembly. but by then you are in recess. Yeah, you're in recess. So when you came back, this impeachment motion came up.
How many copies were you targeting? Maybe to see that we can really see that challenge. Because 11th December to date.
We were targeting at least around 40 minimum for the house.
Okay.
Minimum.
Thank you. And, maybe on the same, because it's not that the house needed. I don't know whether you informed or not. We didn't need all those copies. Even one copy can work for this house because we can produce. I don't know what advice that we need all the 40 copies. I don't know for what members. I don't know, but maybe you can clarify that. Were you told that you must get all the copies printed?
Not to my thinking, I thought maybe someone would require his or her copy to make some changes, then revert back to me for amendments. That was my thinking.
Okay. Yes, then you can proceed.
So I had referred you to the allegations on D on the county and energy agenda.
The chair, I've been championing the county energy plan, contrary to the allegation that have been proposed, that have not proposed any policy on the sector. Despite the challenges of budget, we have so far had 5 energy plan meetings to validate the energy solutions to be captured in the county energy plan. Initiated the process that had a lot of chain of process to be followed. We had a session with the County Assembly on 20th May 2023 in a sensitization workshop for the establishment of municipalities of Voi and Taveta, which workshop was attended by all members of this House, also at panelists. Budget for the public participation was only 1,000, 1 million, which despite constraints, we managed to have a public participation in all 4 sub-counties. The motion mover has therefore failed to render evidence of particularly setting up the assembly problem as an alleged, and therefore I treat this allegation as mere speculations. I attach a copy of an invitation letter dated 16th November 2023.
Just to take you back, maybe you're ahead of me, you are talking about energy plan, and your response is seen on page 5. So I want you to now answer that question of county energy agenda, that you have failed to provide policy and legislative proposals. And I want you to enumerate to this committee what you have done in that department since you are sworn in.
Currently, all these efforts are being supported. Actually, we should know the county energy plan is fully supported by SETA, not the county government. And what we should appreciate for our officers, the technical officers, during the workshop that we had in Mombasa, they championed, and State Taveta became the first out of 16 counties, no, the 12 counties to be allocated, to be picked by SETA. That one we should know. We don't have any budget in the county. Secondly, The allegations that I am incompetent, therefore, cannot hold water. If I can sit with my officers and we champion all this, and as we speak right now, we're in the validation stage. And that one can be seen in EM5. No, in EM4, sorry, in your submissions.
Thank you for your answer. Let me take.
Can I maybe ask also for clarification from the CC? I believe they have been reporting, maybe through your chair, because some of the things we are saying, maybe you have some quarterly reports, maybe that you've shared with the chairperson, so that they can also inform the committee on some of the informations we are sharing, because you've mentioned some things that must have happened maybe in the previous quarters. Is it quite in order that maybe you've supplied the chair of the department at the court assembly with that information?
I will supply, Chair. That is in order.
Chair, I would also wish Waziri to give us clarification according to her. At what stage does a document like a policy or a bill or any legislative proposal become officially communicated to the assembly, or gets its entry, the entry point of any policy document or any legislative proposal to the assembly? Where does it begin, according to you? Because it is important, because I've had a number of proposal policies have been mentioned and all that. But as an assembly, we'd like to understand from Waziri, where does she start to engage the assembly officially on a policy proposal for the assembly to know or to take note that there is a legislative proposal from the executive wing?
Through the chair, first there have been invites by my technical team to the County Assembly Committee on some what do you call it? So on some areas where we had our donor, the setter, to attend the meetings. But in this case, the energy bill, it's a bit different, because once we finish, we as a county, it goes to the national, then we have one main, which is controlled by the national government. But in that case, the technical team can clarify more.
There is something, Chair, please. We want to get clearly on that particular subject of legislative proposals. From what I know, my understanding, a bill becomes part of becomes property of this house once read in this house the first time. Or any policy once committed or committed on the floor of the house during a plenary sitting. So we would like to understand. We're trying to create a match. You have talked of the mining bill, you've talked of some policies, and now you are working on the energy one. So we would like now to understand. What you're telling us today is like news. So we want to understand, at what point, according to you, these documents, members should start interacting with these documents, like officially, the document has landed into the assembly.
Through the chair, if you may, and if you may allow me, humbly, I seek, because I have one of my technical person here, though he's not in energy, can guide the house. He's the one who started the process of the county mining bill, if that is allowed. And let me not be quoted that that I'm referring him as a energy director. But he has the knowledge of it because most of the time I've been out on my medical checkups, if you may allow, for the House to understand.
Thank you. If I got the honorable member right, we are not specific on any particular bill. It is just a legislative procedure that we are asking from your end, because you are the CC and you must have this information, because if you are already working on a bills, it means already you had a schedule of how this bill moves from stage 1 to the last stage. You don't tell me that you're working on a bill already and you don't have the roadmap for that same bill. So that's why the honorable member was asking a question to see, it does not go so deep, just a question that we need to understand as a house. When does it become a property? When does this house know that there is a bill, so that in this allegation that was brought here, we can say, yes, we had a bill. When the member said the bill was not here, is she right or wrong? That's what is making us to understand. Maybe when does it become a bill and co-owners in this house that a bill arrived? Maybe that is the question you just need to clarify. Is that okay?
Can you give me 2 minutes, Chair, to consult?
Yes, you can consult. Okay.
Through the Chair, as I stated earlier, first it normally starts with the department. We sit, we discuss on, we make proposals, then we call the relevant committee. On the same, we notify. Now, from that, it goes back to the department again. We discuss on the proposals. Once we discuss on the proposals, just the way I did with the mining, although mining was a bit different because it was not being supported by any organization, I did it from my own pocket. It was a bit easy. Once we proposed in the department, we have sat with the committee in the county assembly, and then it goes back to the department. It goes now to the cabinet. Once it's in the cabinet,
Chair, point of order. Point of order, Chair.
Yes, Honorable Dorcas.
The question is very clear, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
That have you submitted it to the county assembly? It is a yes or no answer, right? Because she has told us, Waziri has clearly stated that it is work in progress. But the question is, has she submitted it to the Assembly? It is a yes or no answer, Chair.
Chair, can I assist the committee?
Chair, that kind of language should not be allowed. Why does it look like we are lost? We are not. It is a yes or no answer, Chair. We are working within time limits. Please, Chair.
Sorry, Chair, if I used the wrong word, not to assist, but to assist the witness. I withdraw. Can I assist the witness?
Yes, because this house is not so.
Yes,
so please withdraw that statement.
I withdrawn. I'm saying, can I assist the witness?
Okay.
Chair, what I heard the honorable member ask the witness is not on a general bill, on a specific bill, but generally, what is the time that they interact with the assembly? The witness is explaining that when the department generates a policy, they invite the relevant committee for a meeting to validate it. It goes to the cabinet, comes from a cabinet paper, then it comes to the assembly. She explains that that is what happened in the mining and that is what will happen in the energy.
Thank you. So the question was simple.
So the answer was not a yes or no.
Okay, so now we want to change the question to a yes or no. Because as I got the members, it's simple. So is the mining bill in the assembly? Yes or no?
No.
No. About is it in the assembly?
No, it's in the validation stage.
Thank you. Let's proceed.
Waziri, you are talking about the steps you have taken towards the county energy plan, and I've heard you say that you lobbied for sustainable energy technical assistance center. I will ask you directly whether you are lobbying to have these funds to assist the county set up the county energy plan is a sign of incompetence.
No.
You have also talked about the county energy solution validation report, which you have annexed as EM4. EM4. Could you elaborate at what stage this is? The validation report.
At the validation stage.
Could you also tell this honorable committee when did you hold that meeting so that they can be aware?
The meeting was held on 23rd to 26th of January 2024 at Bakani Hotel.
So therefore, is it true that you have not proposed any policy or legislative proposal to guide the county energy agenda?
No.
For consideration?
No.
Honorable Waziri, you have also been accused that you have been approaching the county assembly for approval of plans at the 11th hour when the department has strict timelines to meet. That's not according to the county assembly sufficient time to integrate the plans and politically setting up the county assembly for blame. What is your response?
I've never gotten any complaint from the county assembly regarding the same.
A case in point by the mover is on the Point Voi and Taveta municipal charters.
For the Taveta and Voi municipal charters, we are working with the timelines of the Council of Governors. We were only given 2 months. By the time we got information, it was only 2 months. And we had to work within those 2 months, public participation, preparations, meeting the guidelines, and we were working the guidelines of the World Bank. So it was not just about the department, but we were being guided by the COG
Please proceed to answer on the specifics of the municipal chapters, what you did before this assembly.
We had a session with the County Assembly on 20th May 2023 in sensitization workshop for the establishment of municipal envoy and Taveta, and the workshop was attended by all members. Again, we had a constraint of budget. We worked with only 1 million and achieved what we were supposed to achieve for the benefit of the Taita Taveta citizens.
So you say that you invited the assembly for a session. Are you able to produce a document?
Yes.
M5?
Yes, there is a document in regard of the same. There's a document on the same on 16th May 2023.
What about your answer to you setting up this assembly politically for blame?
That's not true, because you are all working on a strict timeline.
Is there any evidence that has been produced? You setting up this assembly? For blame.
No evidence.
Director.
That's not true. We work as a team.
I want you to specify. Specifically answer that question. Because the motion mover has provided an evidence in
Rumor whatsoever in regard to the same.
Okay.
Sholo is still referred to as the acting CCO mining in the payment schedule.
We are not yet there. I thought the follow-up question was about the administrative.
But still,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
If
Continue.
it's being referred as the payment at the payment schedule as the acting CCO, then the current CCO, I don't think he will feel okay if you are the chair and I'm called the acting chair. I think there is an issue there. Maybe you can clarify that.
If you can go back and check that payment schedule, and when you check on the trip that was that triggered that payment schedule, there is a letter to the same which was dated 8th March 2023 before the CCOs were sworn in. So this trip was arranged way back in January, and the coordinator by then was the acting CCO, who was Sholo. So as you are going there, those people are referring him as because they knew he was the acting CCO. But if you check, if you check now the rate that he was paid with, it was 7,000. And the person who prepared this payment schedule, because the trip was so abrupt, Mheshimiwa Makalo, you remember on our way back, on our way to Titanium, I remember Mheshimiwa Kidali was there because you are the chairperson. I had requested for your names prior, as those people were so strict and they needed the designation on the same. Maybe if I can ask, if you can allow me to pose a question, if that is allowed, true or false? If that is allowed by the House.
Really recall the details, so it's difficult for me to say yes or no.
Yeah.
To respond to, because when you asked her name, you don't know why the name has been asked.
Okay, Chair.
Yeah.
I had told you that we were to visit Titanium, and those people were so strict, and they just informed us like today, and the following day we had to go for the trip. And on our way, we had not prepared the schedule, so we had to call the CCO to prepare the schedule for us. Actually, it's not the acting CCO who prepared. It was on our way. Now we had to call the CCO to prepare the trip for us. Yes. So the acting CCO, actually the person who prepared the schedule, is the one who should be asked, because it is the CCO himself who did. And the instructions were from the details, the invitation, the way it was quoted from Titanium, because it was a trip that was arranged way back in January. Yes.
Chair.
I think, Chair, that answer will be provided later because it forms part of the allegations. More clarity will be provided later.
Yeah, there's a member who seems to have something. We're going to give him a chance to. Yes, you can proceed to us.
I've heard Waziri saying something about malicious and rumors. Have I heard something of
quoting about me? Unfortunately or fortunately, the person is someone who is working in the county government. So when I call him, why do you write about this? He told me it's the CCO who was told him. So when I talked to my deputy, he told me those are just rumors. He was not aware. So I did not treat them as anything, because it's not him who has written about me and my CCO.
Okay, let's continue, Chair.
And there's evidence to that.
I wanted a confirmation on some information here. The list that you mentioned was done on January.
No, the trip was arranged in January. That's when we got the invitation to Titanium. By then, it's Sholo who was the county inspector, mining inspector, was coordinating. Just the way I'm referring, Director Mtu was the focal person to COG. Yes. So he was the focal person, Cholo.
So it's not that the list was prepared in January?
No, the list was prepared around late Feb or early March. I can't tell the exact date. So that is the payment schedule. Yeah. The list to Titanium was prepared way back late Feb, early March there. But we went in May. When now we got there, green light, you can come tomorrow. Yes.
So we proceed.
Waziri, you have been accused of failing to respond to statements sought on the floor of the Assembly, further hindering the County Assembly from undertaking its mandate. That on the 27th September 2023, Honorable Patricia Mishigadi sought a statement of the status of Voi Municipality Showground plot, which statement remains not responded to date despite reminders on the same, dated 25th of October and the 6th of October.
Regarding the same, on the issue that I failed to honor summons in this house, the debt cited under the allegation G/1, I wish to state that those debts I was off from office for medical reasons, and the leadership of this house are aware. I sent my team at one time, led by the chief officer, who were turned away by the committee, insisting that I have to be there. Yet I was in hospital. I could not make it.
I believe there were some communications. There was some commission that you could not come due to. I believe communications were delayed. That is my question. Is it the case?
Waziri, you are being asked about the communication of your not attendance. If I get the question, whether you communicated to the house on you being under medical treatment.
When
the question?
When she failed, you know, I was asking because she has said that the CCO was sent away. That's what I got, right?
Yes.
Maybe I just wanted to know. I am not because I could not interact with the chair, with the committee. Maybe they'll have told us why exactly. So I wanted just to know. By then that you didn't appear, there was a communication that you're not coming because of the medical issues. Because you said the leadership of this assembly is aware.
Yeah, they are aware because during that time when I went to hospital, it was so abrupt. I had gone for, I was just called, it was abrupt, and I went for a surgery. So, initially, the committee thought that it's a lie. So the following day, after what I went through, I had to share the photos, and I think I shared to some members of the committee who are here, can attest to that. I don't mention names, but I shared to quite a number of members of county assembly who even made communications. I can give you my phone, you check the communications. Yes. And the dates on the said date.
Could you just clarify what pictures did you share with these people?
I shared pictures, me coming out from a surgery room.
Thank you for that.
Chair. Through the chair. Chair.
Want to say something? The question was largely on statements. That there's a statement they should have been replied with. So that was the concern.
Sorry, Chair, and through the chair, the statement in question, that is 27th September, well, it was not forwarded to the county assembly, and just as I've alluded on the same, I was not in the office, but I request this honorable house, because I've prepared the statement already, it will be shared tomorrow.
Chair.
On the concerning the Voi municipality, not Voi municipality, the Voi showground. Yes, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Honorable Athelem, you have.
Chair, we need to understand something here. These statements, requests that are written to Waziri, when they're taken to the department, are they treated as personal letters, personal and confidential letters, or somebody else still can work on them? That is one. Second one, when somebody is out of office, in the event maybe he or she is sick, or maybe some exigencies or so, I believe there's some form of like handing over that when this comes, please work this way. So we are seeing here, there are statements that were sought, even reminders done. And you know, we're also trying to I'm just trying to connect it. The next person after the CC is the CCO. Here is an allegation that that they are not having a good working relationship. So, would it be also like coming to an allusion, or we are alluding that when the CEC walks out, nothing can progress because the immediate junior, the CCO, cannot take what is in the office. So that is a scenario. Then the third one, the part of health. I've keenly heard Waziri, Chair, mentioning a health condition not once. We understand we are all humans. Anybody can fall sick. And being that is the case, we still wish her quick recovery. But I'm trying to think, the health condition of Waziri, it's unfortunate we are almost starting to discuss here matters health, vis-a-vis the job performance, the department's processes running. And maybe we'd wish even to hear what is her plan now that, of course, we are seeing there is some gap between health issues and the job performance of the department. So what is the plan? So that maybe as a mitigation measure, I'm trying also to think through her. Maybe she can also assist us to see, now we're having health issues. She's gone for some surgery to do this and that. Then things are not responded to. So how does she plan to cover that? Because we not wish again, maybe in future, that to occur.
Sure. Well, you got those concerns correctly.
Yeah.
We can take one after the other.
Okay.
Yes, we will.
Through the chair, thank you. The DS. One, what I would say, I'm not a working office. We've responded to the statement sought by the House. I think this was just overlooked, or it was just a mistake that may happen to any other person as human. But all the statements sought, we've been replying. And one thing that I would say, it's thought that we don't work with the CCO. And I would wish that notion should be removed by the honorable members. Because if we can reply these other messages, and if you can check through my thread of mails, whenever I see something that has been communicated to me, and it's not in his mail, I forward to him on the same. That one I can attest and I can give evidence because I have all the mails. So we work together.
Okay.
This was just overlooked.
So your response is one statement are always replied.
Sorry?
It's only the one statement that was not replied.
Yeah, it was only one statement.
All other statements that have come to your department
have been replied.
The evidence. In your absence,
yes,
they have always been replied.
Yes.
That's what you are informing this committee.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted that one to be captured well. Okay, so the issue was
maybe a follow-up question.
The issue of health, which was also mentioned. You need to bring it out that it has already been captured by our member about the health. We understand that the department is very dire to this count. So in your absence, what happens? What plans do you have among the issues that I think you needed to apply to?
Through the chair, I've not taken sickness as an excuse. Actually, I think I'm the only CC. Since I came in last year, I can attest. Now we have special plan ongoing. We have the municipalities, which we have chartered. We have the bills that are yet to come to the county assembly, yet still in that condition. And not only that, as I speak right now, Mheshimiwa from Chavia can attest. God willing, maybe by next month, they'll be getting their allotment for Mukuki and others that I may not mention now. for some reasons. So my health condition is not hindering anything whatsoever. I'm working and things are moving. And my team in the department can attest, regardless of my distance.
Mheshimiwa Rules, Honorable Member.
Thank you, Chair. It's a follow-up question on the same health-wise. Sorry, Waziri, for that. Anyone can fall sick. It's too unfortunate, but I wish you a quick recovery. You said that when you are in the hospital, you called, or when you're sick, you called some members, or this part of the members of this honorable house, telling them you are not feeling well. Maybe did you call any other person from your department telling her you're not okay? Maybe they can write a letter on the same, so that, because I heard you saying there are some things which are carried like malice and romance. So if people can say maybe it's romance, you know, how can we know it's evident, Madam Waziri?
For my department, actually, before I left, they knew my health. I've been discussing with them. And now when it came to the D-day of the surgery, that was abrupt. And I communicated to them. And because they were prepared psychologically, it was not something new to them. It was only a challenge now that it came at a time when I'm sought to appear before the county assembly and the days were colliding. But for my department, they were all informed. And even my boss, who is the governor.
Members, in the interest of time, yes, you can proceed.
Yes, Waziri, you have also been accused of that you have failed to implement your departmental programs for the financial year 2022-2023, which had a budget of 116,581,858 and ended up only spending 63,394,338, indicating that Kenya shillings 53,187,514 remain unutilized. This is a clear indication that you are not committed to deliver the mandate of your department as envisaged in the County Integrated Development Plan. Waziri, what is your answer?
Through the chair, I would wish this honorable house to note that there is no evidence that was shown, or that has been provided about the utilization as is alleged. That is number one. Secondly, it is also important to note that budget allocation is different from the actual receivable.
Chair, I think the response has just sent me to think like an accountant. Though I'm not. Let Waziri, on that part of budget, you know, there are two bases of accrual basis and non-cash basis. So in this particular case, you know, when she talks of the actuals and the budgeted, does she spend or utilize budget on what she has received? Like this month I've received 2 million, I'll use this 2 million. So, or does she run the expenditure because it is budgeted for? Because those are the two elements, cash basis and the accrual basis. And to that effect, we need to understand how county government financials operate, because now that's bringing another issue that was being raised of incompetence. She's almost qualifying it. So I'm trying to assist her to bring it clearly. Because the way she has responded, automatically, anybody within these surroundings will just say she has no idea of what happens or what is required to happen. Clarification.
Through the chair, if I can respond to the question, citing an example, in the spatial plan for the project, to date, I haven't received anything, not even a coin. So if tomorrow you ask me, you are given 10 million, why haven't you finished the project? Right now, we are just working with the donor funding, who is the FAO. And the 10 million is still there. Now, come the time, because this was set aside, and then the money has not been utilized, yet it's reflecting in figures. Will I be told I'm incompetent? We've pushed, we've written requests to the finance department. Every time, no funds, but still we have to push for the spatial plan. And we are almost halfway. We should actually will be launching the spatial plan March, this coming March. But we have not still received any coin. And yet the money was released last year in August. And they're still working with zero. Yes, Chair.
I think you understood. I think you understood this question very clear, and as you're responding it, you're supposed to be very careful because of the issue that is brought up. As an accountant, as much as he is alleging, he's not, but he's speaking like one. So I don't know whether you got that question right, because he's asking about how the government finances operate. Were you requesting or were you spending? You know, that's a different answer. Maybe he is not satisfied with your response. I feel so. You wanted to add something, Honorable?
Chair, what Waziri is bringing out, a good example is the control of budget reports that are churned out half yearly. And the control of budget will just be very straight, that this department was budgeted 10 million, for example, or this item was budgeted for 10 million, but what was utilized was 2 million. Therefore, the absorption rate is 20%. And the whole world knows that Taita Taveta has underperformed, has not utilized money, and with that local language of saying, pesa imerudi Nairobi. That is the context we want to get clear. Waziri.
Through the chair, again, let me repeat, we are talking of 2022-2023. When I came in my department, I didn't find anything. We were working like we had a zero budget. So for the 2022-2023, how they say that this 53 million was not utilized, that is something which is now has to be explained by the two CCs. Also, there's no audit. There's no official audit concerning the same. To prove indeed there was an amount which was not utilized.
Okay, thank you. I think we need to move forward. The member has tried as much as possible to respond to that question. That is maybe the best she could for now. We understand. So we have captured that as a response, Madam CCM. We proceed.
Just still on that question, Waziri, has the motion mover provided evidence of the allegation that there was an utilization of the funds allocated to your department? Has there been any evidence that has been provided to back up the motion?
No audit report that has ever been provided.
Now we move on to I. You have also been accused of failing to provide leadership and to give suggestions to solutions toward challenges facing the people of Taita Taveta on land matters, including those that are facing imminent threats to eviction. So you've been referred to a case in point in Voi inspection plot where you have thus far failed to suggest solution. What will be your answer to this?
Through the chair and honorable members, I want to put in record about the NTSA, the site in question. Honorable members, The cited area started way back, was set aside way back in 1991. And the motion mover by then was a leader. I think she was in a better position to guide this house. What happened then? Because she was the mayor of Moi municipality and also the councillor on the same. But however, regardless on the same, this house should know there's a litigation on the same area, that is the inspection. Mostly people in Voi call it NTSA. It is the NTSA because that is what we are used so much in Voi. There's a litigation on the same. But my department, we did an inventory. I sent my surveyors who went did the survey, took an inventory of each household which is there, and we have that in our office. And I wouldn't wish to discuss further because the matter is in court.
Just a follow-up on the same.
Just a quick one. When was the inventory taken?
I can't remember the exact date, but last week but one, and the surveying was done in late January. Yes, Chair.
Waziri, have you ever updated this assembly on the issue of that, what you call NTSA land, and have you provided evidence of that update before this committee?
Through the chair, they had requested on the same, and on the date of 5th June 2023, I provided a report to this house on the same about NTSA.
It's mine.
Sorry, the rubber stamp that was received by the county assembly is not so clear, but it's 9th June 2023 when the report was received by at the county assembly. Yes.
Waziri could also clarify whether the parcel of land we are talking about is a public land.
Yes,
or
it
a
is.
Community land.
It's a public land.
Will you also tell this committee what are your mandates on public land?
I would wish to inform this honorable house that I also have limited powers when it comes to public land.
Waziri, when you say limited powers, what do you mean?
What I mean by limited powers, most of the issues are dealt by the national government, and I cannot work alone. Mine are just the devolved functions. That is the physical planning. That is the only thing that is devolved to the county government. But about for the public land, the powers are vested to the national government.
Lastly, on the allegation on incompetence on J, you have been accused of failing or refused to initiate boundary verification between Sagala Ranch and the community, which was called for by both the county commission and the member representing Kasiga Ward. This failure or refusal has occasioned confusion between the ranch and the community, leading to the institution of Voi ELC case E005 of 2013 against the community members. Please, could you answer that?
Through the chair, on the allegations, that is the boundary dispute, also say have limited powers on the same. The powers are vested to the registrar. However, we had sent a team of surveyors from the county government, and it's indicated in EM7, and we attached a report that was deposited to the county assembly on 3rd April 2023 concerning the boundaries that were in question.
Will you wish to produce this report?
Through the chair, I can produce the report if you don't have it to the committee.